There is no UDA in Tiaty. There is no wheelbarrow in Tiaty. Yeah, we hear about it elsewhere, but it's not in. We don't know about it in Tiaty.
When it comes to national politics, let me start from Baringo. Let nobody lie to you kwamba Baringo kuna chama ingine. There is no any other party in Baringo. Baringo will be UDA, and all aspirants, all the aspirants for all positions. If you will not be from UDA, you will never see that seat. I can only say that you can exempt Tiaty. It's good to be honest. You can exempt Tiaty because that's where Kanu has been playing its politics. But
self-reliant. So I have a different approach. I've shared with you the different approach that I have. I want us to deal with issues right from that ground level.
You know, Baringo has made a decision, and I don't think somebody will reverse about the presidency. In fact, when you get these people, they are no longer talking about the president. The real elephant in the house now, not even so much of governorship, but the real elephant is in the MP seats.
Ni wakati wetu wa kupiga siasa kuleta uongozi mzuri Baringo County.
Well, good evening and welcome to our show. This is the Know Your Aspirant show. A show that gives you an opportunity to know who your aspirant is. That person who has come to you to ask for your vote. Who are they and what do they stand for? A show that also gives the aspirant an opportunity to outline their agenda and also to express their agenda in detail. This is the only show that is happening in Baringo. It is featuring aspirants from Baringo. And maybe for those who are watching from other counties, this is culminating into a debate that will give the same aspirants an opportunity to answer questions on one platform. And these will also be broadcast on our online platform and other media stations whom we are still bargaining to work together in the long run. I'm your host, Komen SK. Tonight we are featuring an aspirant from Eldama Ravine. He is one of the MP aspirants in Eldama Ravine. And Eldama Ravine, maybe to just give you a sneak peek, has attracted 9 aspirants for the MP seat. Among them is Harrow ya Maendeleo. That is Mheshimiwa Mtarajiwa Elijah Kiptonge Tanui, who is with us here tonight. And we wish to really know huyu Harrow ni nani na hii Harrow ni nini. And beyond that as well, we also wish to give you an opportunity as the viewer to listen, or rather to listen and ask a question if you have any clarification. I can see already some questions are coming in from the poster that we posted this morning, and also that which I posted on my WhatsApp or my Facebook page. So karibu sana and enjoy the show. Bwana Kiptonge, karibu sana.
Asante. Thank you.
Karibu studio zetu.
Asante.
Hapa ni Baringo News,
Asante.
Ravine News, and it is those are the leading platforms, media platforms in Baringo.
I'm humbled to be here.
Karibu sana, and thank you for honoring our invite.
Welcome.
Well, Harrow ya Maendeleo, Sabur, Kiptonge, Elijah Tanui, huyu ni nani?
Wow, Elijah Tanui.
Yeah.
Elijah Tanui is a born-again Christian, son of Muse Chemut Arab Tanui.
Allah.
Kiptonge is the family name. It's the larger family name. And for identity, I like to be identified with that larger family.
Yeah.
And also to keep the name moving and growing. So that is Kiptonge. And then you have mentioned Sabur.
Sabur.
Sabur is another name which I loved, and I thank to be associated with Sabur.
And that is my home.
That's your home?
Yeah.
Yes. I was there for 4 years. That was my first posting school, Sabur Primary. Under the leadership
of Muse Kochil, David Kochil.
Who just retired the other day.
Exactly, and in fact I came for his retirement.
And asante kwa
Because
kuja.
I like him and he's my mentor. Some of the leadership skills that I'm applied,
Sasa hapo
I
kwa
borrowed from
Bwana Kochil.
Kochil.
Sasa hapo kwa Kochil tunaombana moto. That is how Kalenjin say.
Ah, that's great.
We are neighbors. So
Great.
kama huko unanijua, now you know.
I've been there, I've been to Kochil, I've been to
Yeah.
David Taiwa. I know people like several people who are there, Pastor Netonani, brother to David.
That is Zakayo Kokoyo.
Kokoyo.
Ehe.
Pastor Kokoyo, David Kokoyo, kuna Muse Kochil, and several of them.
Well, you were posted in Sabor, the first posting.
Yeah.
As a teacher. Which year was this?
That was 1990, May.
1990.
1st May.
Meaning you left Sabor in 1993-ish.
No, 1994.
1994.
After working for 4 years.
But-
And in fact, that's where I grew from the teacher, classroom teacher. I thought I was in Sabo, I taught for 2 years. And Mr. Kochil, by that time the head teacher was giving out the promotion. And Mr. Kochil saw my potential in leadership,
Yep.
and he promoted me to capacity of deputy. When the then deputy was promoted to be an head teacher.
That name, Elijah Tanui, is very famous.
Yes.
In Sabur.
Yes,
Watu wanasema you are a strict teacher, a disciplinarian.
absolutely.
Ukisikia Mr. Tanui amekuita, ujue kimeumana.
Yes, if you go there and check back,
Yeah.
check back to my records, 2020, 2000, 1990. The mean score of mathematics and science, those were the best so far, were my records.
Wow.
And the students, my students then, those most of them are graduates, and they are good personnel in those areas.
Naweza kuwa na
Even the
mmoja
chief,
mmoja.
I remember even the one which was given to be the chief, Serem.
Serem.
Is it David Serem or
Titus Serem.
Titus Serem?
He's the current chief.
Yes,
of
that
Sabor
was my
sub-location.
student.
Ah. And he
And
graduated
we have
from Aseno
others.
sometimes back.
Yes, and
Yeah.
we have several of them.
That sounds like
Most of them have degrees, others are teachers, others are in accounts. I remember even this gentleman, Taiwa, working with the commission. Mtoto wa Andrew Taiwa, ako Public Service Board.
Baringo County
Kabarnet.
Government.
So hiyo ni mwanafunzi wangu.
Hapo
Na
sawa.
wengi,
Yes.
sio huyo mmoja peke yake.
So from Sabor.
I'm known in Sabor, one, because of producing quality results.
Aha.
Two, because of maintaining discipline.
Yeah.
And in fact, it is that discipline which made those children the way they are now. Yes.
That's really nice. So, from Sabor, your first posting, where next did you go in your teaching
Then
profession?
I think that time, Rosoga Primary was not performing well.
Yeah.
And since I come around that area, the management and some of the leaders went to Kabarnet to request that it be transferred to Rosoga so that I could uplift.
When do Okoe Jahazi?
Niende niokoe Rosoga Primary.
Yeah.
And I was transferred from Sabor to Rosoga on the same capacity as the deputy.
Yep.
And I want to thank the late Alfred Ngetun, because when I went there, I worked under him. And he's also one of the gentlemen who actually installed some good leadership in me. And that is where I worked as the deputy
Yep.
from 1994 to 1996.
Yep.
1996, he was promoted to be the tax tutor at that time, the late Alfred Ngetui.
Yeah.
And by then, I had a fracture, and I was at home.
Sorry for that.
The same day, the late recommended that I be the teacher. And imagine I was on my sick leave. Then I told them, Zee, how can I take
Lead the
us
school
there?
when you're
Yeah,
grounded.
and I'm in maternity, not, I'm in
You're on sick leave.
sick leave. Then the gentleman said, no, I know you are very strong. Once you'll be out of the bed, you'll take the school to a very higher level. Yes. And for sure, I did that. So I became the teacher Rusoga from 96 to the year 2000.
Well, so from the teaching profession, what are you doing currently, and how have you transitioned from kufunza darasani to where you are?
Well, you know, from Rusoga, I can say also I was given a promotion because I was transferred from Rusoga to Nairobi boarding, which was a big school, a boarding school. So you know when you are transferred from a day school and you are taken to a boarding school, it was a big promotion. And that is where also my leadership skills developed.
Yep. So at Nairobi, how long did you spend there?
12 years.
12 years. So
That
from
is
2000
where-
to 2012.
Correct. That is where I made a lot of human resource. Yes, human resource, and that is where I interacted with a lot of NGOs. That is where I learned how to write proposals.
Yeah.
So I can remember, first of all, when it comes to academic, Nairobi was among the bottom 10 when I went there. And I took Nairobi to position 1 academically.
So, okay.
And by then was Baringo County. Can you imagine becoming number 1 in Baringo County? And then the other thing which I did, there were so many needy students and they were very bright.
Yep.
I also participated in securing scholarship.
Yeah.
And I can give you 2 examples out of many, about 50.
Scholarships to college, university? Or
Scholarship to secondary.
To secondary
because they
school.
were from primary.
Yes.
I remember Kabarnet Foundation. We had Equity.
Equity Foundation.
We have got
Wings to
KCB.
Fly.
Also Mogotio farmers.
Yep.
They were also giving out scholarships. And I remember they took 1 girl from
The school
from
you were
Nairobi.
in. Yeah.
So I want to give you an example of 2 who up to now they are in higher positions because of those initiatives.
And I believe they are watching right now. And
I
they're
want to
aware.
believe they are watching, or if they are not watching, they will get the message.
Yes.
We have Dr. Teresa Kiblagat.
Daktari Teresa Kiblagat.
Daktari.
Anafanya kazi wapi?
Daktari now is working with the Nairobi Hospital.
Nairobi Hospital.
And then in pharmacy, as a pharmacist.
Pharmacist.
And she was telling me she's pursuing a master's under scholarship again. So you know when you start something good, the same thing will follow you through.
Mikono mizuri.
Yeah, those are good hands. So Teresa is enjoying her life.
The other one is?
The other one is called Josephat Lowe.
Josephat Lowe.
As we are speaking now, Josephat Lowe is in Canada. Yes.
Wow.
And Josephat Lowe, we gave him, we offered him the board of management, then offered him some privilege to board.
To be part of the leadership of the school?
No, yes, he was part of the leadership, but he was allowed to be a boarder without paying any fee. Yes.
So that's the support you gave him.
We supported him right from class 4, and then when he joined secondary, we managed to secure him Equity, Wings to Fly, and he went to Lenana High School.
Lenana School,
Yes, from Lenana he benefited with another scholarship, which he took them to South Africa. I think it was Form 5 and Form 6. From there he went to Duke University, Canada. And I want to believe he's almost completing. And he was telling me he's going to pursue up to a PhD level in Canada.
So pongezi kwao, Dr. Teresa, if you're watching or if you'll be watching later, Dr. Teresa and Lowe.
Yes.
So Lowe,
Josephat Lowe.
Josephat Lowe. What is he studying in Canada now?
Leadership and management.
Oh.
Under the initiative of, there was an initiative that in Africa, we want to improve leadership and management. So those are some of the few selected students to go and study to improve that on leadership and management.
And that's a good thing. So
Correct.
From Nairobi,
yes,
you have been seeing promotions, and more promotions. Are we seeing another promotion from Nairobi in your profession?
From Nairobi, I was transferred. I can say it was an horizontal transfer because I was taken to Embu.
to head the same
Emening Special School. It was called Emening Integrated.
Integrated school.
By then it was integrated with the visually impaired.
Yes.
And I can say it was God's will for me to go there. Because once I landed there, I realized the SNE. The SNE.
What is SNE?
That is the special need education.
Okay, special needs
Those are
education.
the visually impaired children.
Yeah.
For sure, they didn't have facilities. And I was almost suggesting to, in fact, I suggested to the director then that they should give a teacher who was trained in the special needs field. But since he had confidence in me, he told me, go and make sure those children attain all their needs. And by then, there were no sufficient braille machines. They didn't have, they call it CCTV. It's a machine which enlarges the textbook
The content, so that the child can see. And the other thing they were missing, you know, there is they are calling thermostat, something like that, whereby you print using the normal writing, but once it brings the braille. In braille format?
Yes, in braille format. They designed such a machine.
Yeah. Also,
there was a special laptop. A special laptop which can translate so many things from the normal to braille.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you, by the time I left that school.
Which year was this?
That was the 2016.
2016,
We had procured all the materials. And I can say confidently, Emening Special School is the best in the Republic of Kenya.
Wow.
In terms of materials that they have. Yes. And if I want to tell even the viewers, if they have a child who is visually impaired, either low vision or totally blind, the best school to be is Emening Special School, because they have all the materials. And you know, we secured through what? Through writing proposals.
And that is Kiptonge mwenyewe.
Yes, that is where I've learned where money comes. You should not rely with only the county government, the national government. There are so many donors who can give money to assist.
Now, that would bring me to another question, but before that, wewe kwa sasa.
Yes.
You've risen in ranks. Sasa wewe unafanya kazi gani?
So from there I rose up to and I think it was promotion as a result. That was God's given as a result of assisting Emening that level. And since they had secured what they wanted, I was promoted to the office of CSO.
CSO.
Curriculum Support Officer. There sometimes people confuse with OCS.
Yeah. CSO.
But we normally, we accept.
Curriculum support.
When somebody tell you, yes, bwana OCS, we'll say, nakubali kwa vile unajua angesema CSO.
So Curriculum Support Office.
Yes.
What has been your role? That is from which year?
Yeah, from 2016 to date.
From 2016 to date. What has been your role as a Curriculum Support Officer?
As Curriculum Support Officer, you are given mandate to manage a zone. And currently I'm running a Lower Ravine zone.
Yeah.
Lower Ravine zones run from Baringo High School to South. That is 10 secondary schools, 14 primary public, 11 primary private, 2 training ECD training institute. So people do not know that we have 2 ECD centers. We have one at Eldama Ravine boarding primary and Greenview.
Yep.
They are under my jurisdiction, and also the technology. Those are the schools under my zone.
So those are like 37 institutions that you are manning. And on day to day, what is your role like as a curriculum support officer?
Correct. As the name suggests,
yes,
it is curriculum support officer. We are supporting curriculum delivery. We go to school, interact with the teachers, see to it that the curriculum delivery is as ought to be. So we assist the teachers in terms of schemes of work, lesson plan, in terms of content delivery, all that.
So randomly, how is the uptake of CBC in Eldama Ravine now that is a new thing that you're pushing to implement as the officers from the government?
Okay, before I come to CPC, I would like to say when I came to take over Lower Ravine zone, it was position 5 in the sub-county. And last year, Lower Ravine zone became number 1 under my initiative.
Wow.
And now we have strategies now to attain results.
And that is the question. What is the secret of you? Is it a golden touch? What strategies are you making to see to it that you're lifting an institution or a zone or whatever the institution that you are given to run from very low performing to an excellent result? What is the secret in your leadership?
One, it starts from my personality.
What's your personality?
I love the job.
Unapenda kazi.
Napenda kuchapa kazi. That is one. Number 2, the children. I have the heart. I have that will that every child should succeed. I have the children at my heart. So every time I go to every school, I want to see the strategy they are applying. Will it give results? And if they don't give results, I will encourage them to adopt the strategies that gives results. I remember the first time I came, we had to do benchmarking. And the schools which are in the reserves, I took them to Rosoga. They benchmarked Rosoga. And the town schools, I took them to St. Mary Mogotio. And benchmarking is making somebody to see the reality. You can use 1,000 words to explain a content that you would have even taken the person just to see and understand.
And kwa wakati mwingine pia they say it's until you taste someone else's food, otherwise utaamini kwamba your mother is always the best chef.
Correct.
Yep.
So by making them taste Rosoga and that of St. Mary's, and in fact 2 schools went back to St. Mary this time. That is Kamelilo and Simotwe. And I want to tell you, we are going to maintain that number 1 with a big margin.
And that is a promise that has been made by Mheshimiwa Mtarajiwa Kiptonge. Maybe before we continue, allow me to acknowledge those people who are watching. We are live on YouTube, Baringo News and Ravine News, and at the same time on Facebook. And the comments that I'm going to read are those from Facebook. The first one is from Chemase Peter Chiriot. Anasema, I hope amejipanga vizuri, because naona this round kiti ya ubunge Ravine is very competitive. Bernard Benalson Kaptum, thank you so much Baringo News for streaming live on this program and featuring aspirant Elijah Kiptonge. Asante sana bwana Kaptum. This is a platform that is equal for all. It's an equal opportunity for all. Everyone stands an opportunity to have to come here and explain their agenda and also get to be known to you, the viewers, and those people who will be voting during the elections. That is in April for the nominations, which is about 67 days from now. And for the general election, we are about 180 days right now to the general election in August, tarehe 9. Alfred Tanui watching Harrow ya Maendeleo. Hilary Tanui, Harrow ya Maendeleo. Kila mtu anaimba hiyo Harrow. I think we'll come and talk about what the Harrow is.
Correct.
Harrow ya Maendeleo tupu. That is Isa Kip. Meshak Cheriot, I'm watching from Nakuru. Thank you. Karen Kiptui. I think this man is equal to the task. Kaka Chris, who is one of our top fans, is saying, I'm watching from Kitengela, Nairobi. All the best, Mwalimu.
Good.
Rose Biwot, I'm watching from Nyaururu. Congratulations, Mheshimiwa. That is Patrick Kibet. Anasema kura yangu tuko pamoja na wewe hadi kwa debe.
Asante. Thank you.
And Meshak Cheriot is coming back again. He's one of our top fans.
Yes.
Anasema homegrown solutions are real, Mheshimiwa.
Absolutely. Homegrown solution, will come to that.
Well, if you have a comment or a question to Mheshimiwa, I know we have not gone into his agenda.
Yes.
You can drop it on at the comment section, and soon we'll also be introducing a call-in session, but not for today. So drop it on the comment section. We are live on Ravine News and Baringo News, and at the same time, we are live on YouTube. I'll also be transiting to YouTube to check on your comments. You feel you wish to send it on WhatsApp, our WhatsApp number is 0799 030 030, 0799 030 030. So before we take a break,
yes,
tuguzia agenda yako Mheshimiwa. You've transitioned from teaching,
yes,
to as management, or is it supervisory? What level is your CSO? Curriculum Support Officer.
It is, of course, management coupled with leadership. They are there.
So you've transitioned from classroom to the leadership in a school, and to now leadership among schools within a given zone.
Correct.
And right now, you're thinking, or you have thrown in your weight into the politics and the leadership of Eldama Ravine.
Yes.
Why the MP seat for Eldama Ravine?
Wow. Why?
Why?
I want to answer that confidently.
Yes.
Why? While I was undertaking my duties as the CSO, I've been interacting with the parents.
Yes.
Who are majority of the voters. And the parents across the sub-county or the constituency.
Yeah.
Because we have been moving from one zone to another to do support. And for sure, do you know that people are facing a lot of challenge economically? And I think I'm the only person who understands these people. Why do I say I'm the only person who understands these people? You know, during functions, some leaders comes and say, we mzazi, hujakata NHIF, 500 shillings only. Peke yake. 500 shillings hujakata. Mimi nasema Mungu asaidiwe. Anasema 500 shillings peke yake, na watu wanaenda 2 meals
a day.
Breakfast and lunch and supper.
And supper.
Manyumba wanafungiwa. Those who are in slums.
Yes.
I know them. Yes. To buy even a pen is a problem. Sometimes even teachers chip in to buy the basic things for these children. So I realize the people or the person who understands these voters is me. Yeah. Some other guys, they don't understand them. For sure. Yeah. So I think because I've been with them and I know how they are operating, I understand. The other thing I want to tell you that they understand, some people do not understand these people, like the day schools. Do you know what they say? The government has paid. The parent is only to pay lunch. And sometimes they say, you can even bring the lunch at home. Bring lunch.
Lete shule.
They don't know even these parents, they go without lunch.
And you're asking the children to come with the food to school.
Of which that food is not in school, at home.
It's not at home.
Yeah. So I'm the only person who understands these people because I've been with them.
Well.
Yes.
You understand these people.
Yes.
What is now your agenda for these people if you're elected the MP?
Wow. Let me tell you. I'll be the first MP in the Eldama Ravine constituency to apply a model in leadership. Okay? And that is the model which Mesha, a great friend of mine who is in Nakuru, and I'm telling him to come, we build this big house. The model is homegrown solution for socio-economic and sustainable development. Not the two items.
Homegrown solutions?
Correct. For
socio-economic
and sustainable development. Underline social and then economical. Those are the issues ground there. It is now in balance. The social issues is no longer balanced with the economic
issues.
Yes. It is totally in balance.
What are these social issues you are talking about?
We are talking of school. Yes, the school fees. We are talking of food. We are talking of clothing. We are talking of housing.
Yep.
Yes, those are we are talking of medication. No, I tell you guys, these people, they have a lot of problem here.
Economic issues.
Yes, let me tell you now on this issue of education. I think I'll have time to expound that. So these are the issues they are facing, and the income that they are expecting. It is totally imbalanced. Totally imbalanced,
so they
my friend.
Meet their needs.
Exactly.
From education, shelter.
Most of them, they are taking this kibarua. And they don't get kibarua daily. So maybe in a week, they secure kibarua for maybe 3 days.
Yeah.
At 200 shillings. That is 600. Can you budget 600 for all these social issues I have mentioned?
It may be difficult considering the population in
absolutely.
the house as well.
And I want to tell you 90% of the residents of Eldama Ravine are in that category.
The entire constituency or a given area?
Entire.
You've done your research.
See, I've been a CSO. I've been visiting every school, and I meet these parents
every day.
Yes.
Well, homegrown solutions.
Yes.
For sustainable socio-economic development.
Correct.
Now, what is your plan in sorting out these socio-economic issues, and what are these homegrown solutions you're talking about?
Yes. First of all, I want to talk about the homegrown solution for socio-economic and sustainable development. This is a model which was used, or which is being used in Rwanda. The leadership of Rwanda is applying this model of leadership. Yeah. Homegrown solution for socio-economic and sustainable development. And it has taken Rwanda from the country of genocide to the status now. In fact, they amended the constitution to allow the president who initiated homegrown solution to extend his 10-year term.
Unlimited term.
Unlimited term. It is because of homegrown solution.
So
it is because of the person.
So the people of Eldama Ravine should prepare themselves.
They should live with that opportunity.
Well, tell us about these homegrown solutions. I'm sure everyone is really asking themselves to know what these solutions are.
Correct.
Maybe you can mention them in point form, then we can go on a break, we come back and discuss in detail.
One of the key components of homegrown solution is that an individual can give solution for consideration at any time.
So you would also want to listen
yes.
to what the people are saying.
Let me tell you, these guys are bright. They have ideas on how to empower themselves economically. They have solutions to their problems. It is only a leader who will listen and then facilitate. And will come from far. I want to give you an example of one. Baringo. See, Baringo
the chairman for
Skyline.
And maybe for your information, the building we are in right now is owned by Skyline.
Correct. And you know, Baringo is my mentor. He was my teacher, Kabimoy. And during his tenure, there was no strike because of how he handled us.
Yeah.
So I want to say, how many Baruets are there in Koipatek or in Eldama Ravine constituency who have not been given opportunity to come with issues that will solve the economical issues in Eldama Ravine constituency? So my leadership will allow anyone who have a solution. And then me, as a leader, I'll only facilitate. I'll facilitate in 3 ways. One, if it requires money, we'll source for money. And I want to tell you.
So you'll source for resources?
Yes, we'll source for resources and make sure they get it. And I know with my strategy of writing proposal, I write proposal, my friend. I'll even tell you about my community, Chiraik. Don't forget we mentioned Chiraik.
We'll ask that.
Correct.
I'm noting that down.
Okay. So there are so many lying money with the donors. Only that quality proposals are not presented with them. And we are going to apply that power. Yes. And then we'll allow people to come up with ways. I know there are so many bright minds. People like Andrew Limo. is a bright guy. He knows how we can transform this constituency. He has not been given opportunity. There are so many.
So participatory leadership is what I'm reading in your...
And you know why homegrown solution again? It is because of the diversification of Eldama Ravine constituency. Sahos is not the same as Kiptuno. Kiptuno is not the same as Torongo. Pondeli is not the same as Sauriako. Each of them has their own unique difference.
Issues that is
which require unique solutions. And they have it.
Well, we are taking a break. Unless you still need to highlight them, then we come to look at them in details. Do you want to highlight them alafu tukuje, ama we go on a break, then you come and go into details of your...
To highlight homegrown solution? Or...
I am
trying, agenda.
I'm trying to understand your agenda for Eldama Ravine. I've heard of homegrown solutions.
Homegrown solution, that is the model we are going to apply.
Next, I need you to just
put
them out.
The other thing, see, the people will give us the challenge.
So,
and I've gone round. I've been given some, and I already have solution to them.
Now, I need you, is there any other agenda for Eldama Ravine or just homegrown solutions?
Absolutely, there are.
So I need you to highlight them, then we go on a break, then tukuje tuchambue moja moja.
Some of the challenges facing Eldama Ravine constituency is education. I have a solution to that. The youth. I have a solution to that. Yes.
Endelea?
Yes. Those are the issues we are going to
solve. So you are looking at education, youth.
Yes.
And?
Most of these other things come under homegrown. Yes.
So
I'll give you some of the examples I've learned under homegrown.
Thank you. So thank you for that highlight. I think I've pushed you so much. I really
no, I appreciate it.
Na mimi sijakuumiza sana.
No,
but of course those are the questions that the readers, the people who are watching are asking themselves. And it's our role as this platform to squeeze that information from you so that people can know who Kiptonge is and not just an aspirant.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, people will make an informed decision when they go to the ballot. Kiptonge Tanui, you're watching from Washington, D.C.
Wow.
Harrow ya Maendeleo.
Correct.
Is that a relative, Tanui?
Yes, it's my brother.
GK Maigong, incoming MP for Eldama Ravine constituency, he doesn't entertain mediocrity.
Maigong, I like
that. Bishop Margaret Tanui.
Yeah, my sister.
I know her. She's watching from the UK.
Thanks.
She's saying that's... cousin, opportunities will always favor a prepared mind.
Correct.
You are a courageous, bold, articulate. You have what it takes to lead the people of Eldama Ravine to the next level. Your slogan, Harrow ya Maendeleo, is the right slogan. Eldama Ravine needs change from a real hustler. You are one. We are praying for you. Your time has come. All the best.
Margaret, my sister, thank you.
She has written a whole paragraph and you have taken time to read that. Newton Kemboi Bado Mapambano.
Yes. Newton's how? I like that.
Luamba. Great work, Baringo News, for the interviews.
Yes.
Let the people of Eldama Ravine get the agenda from all aspirants and make a wise electoral decision. And that is our objective, Bwana Luamba.
Correct.
We wake up every day to craft these questions on your behalf so that you can get to know who your aspirant is and what they want to do for you. And by the time you're voting, unaenda kwa ballot box, kama ulikula pesa ya mtu, you have a second thought. Unajiuliza who was the best?
Actually.
And that is what we are facilitating on this platform. Yes. Finally, Selector Matriz Omari, you're watching from Qatar. And last but not least, Ken Free. I love this person's manifesto.
Wow.
He is a visionary and a willing leader.
I like that.
So we are taking
That's
that is Ken Free.
Ken Free. I appreciate that. Ken Free?
Yeah, so Ken Free, it looks like Mheshimiwa is very excited about you. You might want to connect with him.
Yes.
Well, we are taking a commercial break, and we'll come back after that short break. Don't go away, because we are now coming into detail of what this Harrow ya Maendeleo has for the people of Eldama Ravine. Stay tuned. Yeah. Welcome back.
Yes.
And as we come back,
Yes.
I have comments from Ravine News. We'll also be looking at the comments from YouTube. So the technical team should be working on availing those comments here. I can see Kibele Sawe.
Yes.
Chonjo Chitapkuri.
Kabisa. Hiyo ni Kibeles. Naambia tu karibu kwa boma.
Anthony Konga, kazi nzuri.
Asante.
Hazel Jepkoech, kweli wewe ni Harrow ya Maendeleo.
Kabisa.
Na utatueleza hii Harrow ni nini?
Harrow lazima tutaweka.
Sakida Jepkemboi Tungo anasema this guy is legit.
Correct.
Acha kucheka but lime kwanza uweze piga Harrow kitera.
Ambia kuna Harrow ya hydraulic
yenye inapiga yote.
Inakoroza yote.
Na hiyo ni wewe. Well, umesikia bwana Madam Sakida?
Yes.
Umeelezewa kwamba there is a whole
an hydraulic
new
Harrow
that is hydraulic in nature. And it can lima and at the same time piga Harrow.
Correct.
Hazel Jepkoech, Sakida, I think those are people who are conversing.
Yes.
Kiptonge is legit. That is
Correct.
Emma, I'm gay.
Thank you, Emma.
The last ones are Hazel, sorry, I'm repeating Hazel. Clarice Siren, just him for Ravine.
Yes.
Hillary Kipkoech Kosgei. It's Hillary Kosgei from Eldama Ravine. I'm a top fan. How I would wish Kiptonge advises the masses during campaigns to check on party registration.
Wow,
Status.
We'll do that. Party registration. In fact, we have to say something on party registration.
David Bartao, tell him asisahau. Anasema we sahau siasa na uendelee na career yako. Huyo ni David Bartao. And I think that brings a question. Kesho ndio deadline ya kuresign. When usha resign?
My friend, we are going to comply to the law. Yes. No shortcut.
You have 24 hours to comply.
We'll comply.
Thank you.
Yes.
So Bwana Bartao is going to comply and he is vying when he has met all the requirements needed by the IEBC. And that is according to your words.
Correct.
So sio sisi tumesema. This is our leader, Clarice Siren, and finally Anthony Konga. You're saying kazi nzuri. So with the comments that are coming on from YouTube, I'll be reading them later, and those also from WhatsApp, I'll also be reading them later.
Yes.
Moving on to the agenda. You have an agenda on education.
Correct.
You have an agenda on youth, and you have a broader perspective on the homegrown solution. Can we dig down into this? Then we move on.
Okay, let me start with the homegrown solution.
Yeah.
I've said this is where an individual can give solution for consideration at any time. I've been in the process of meeting wananchi, and already they have given me problems and solutions. It's just a facilitation.
They call it problems and possible solutions.
And it requires only facilitation. Let me start with Makutano. Makutano, they already have a bowl with quality water.
Yep.
So we just need to facilitate and make that it is operationalized.
So operationalize the borehole.
Correct.
For people to get drinking water for drinking.
And that is by sourcing funds from county, from national government and NGOs. And I'm seeing the possibility of NGOs doing that job. The same area of Mazuri, they have a gravity water, which it is not operationalized. Do you know what I'll do? I'll just sit and I'll send an expert, go down there on homegrown solution, work with the people, see what they want, come up with a solution, come up with a proposal. Use the proposal, source the money. That project will be on. Come to Upper Lembu's Queen, the Boror.
Naona umesection Eldama Ravine into their respective words.
Correct. Boror, that's what they are telling me. Boror is one location. And it is bigger than the entire Kewango, Sigoro, Kiptonge, which is 3 locations. So the other one is 3 locations. This one is 1.
So you need to.
It is to their few that it is divided. You know that one is very simple.
Just to send there as a leader. Just to send an expert. Go there, meet with the people, discuss, agree, come up with a proposal, justifying why that thing has to be subdivided to the regions that they want. I'll take it up when it is a document. And that's a unit bottom-up economy, which is homegrown solution. So homegrown solution, coupled up with bottom-up economy, will transform Eldama Ravine constituency. My friend, yes, can you know that? Homegrown solution coupled up with bottom-up economy.
Homegrown solutions,
yes,
coupled up with bottom-up economy.
Yes.
Everyone is trying to ensure that they align themselves with the party.
Absolutely.
And that sounds like you are you've decided which party you're going with.
Of course.
There are undertones,
yes,
around
you know why?
Kuna watu watatoroka UDA.
No. Me, I'm there to stay.
That's not you.
I'm there to stay. You know why? It is because of these two models. My model as homegrown solution.
And it goes along with the way, or rather side by side.
Not even side by side.
Coupled up.
Yes, moving upward. Start with homegrown solution, take it up. Mine will be like a lift. Do you know a lift? Yes. So itakuwa napeleka solutions.
Ikienda juu.
Uko juu. Napata resources huko, na teremoshia wananchi. Hiyo ni kusema nini? Homegrown solution coupled up with bottom-up economy.
Well, any other on the issues?
Okay, on the other issues, there are some issues which I personally have identified. I don't need people to tell me that. And that is one is education. And I told you the social issues and the economical issues is imbalance.
Yeah.
Nowadays, parents have difficulties in paying school fees.
Yeah.
And I have a solution to that. I'm going to empower day secondary school to get quality grades like those of Baringo High School, Kabarnet, Kituro, Kabropita.
How are you going to do that?
Only 3 items, 3 patterns. Have modern library.
In every school?
In every day school.
Is that achievable, and after how long?
It will be. Because we will resource for resources, even outside the CDF.
Yep.
We will not rely on CDF alone. We look for donors. Number 2, modern laboratories and ICT, and then motivate the teachers. And motivating teachers does not mean you buy big things. Just at the end of the year, tell them thank you for these results, and meet with them, take line with them. And I want to tell you, teachers are motivated. That's how to motivate a teacher. And they know.
Who else can challenge that for someone who has been in the teaching profession for over 20 years and moving on to a level of manning a given zone on the same jurisdiction?
So you know, day school now are being rated as we are speaking. Day school in the Eldama Ravine constituency are rated as the school of the low achievers and the school of those who cannot afford fees for boarding schools. I want to change that attitude to be the school for everybody, the low achievers and the quality achievers.
In 2011, we had a group of young people at the University of Nairobi, and we used to move from, we were organizing some mentorship programs, and it was led by a group of Equity Wings to Fly scholarship beneficiaries from, majorly from central Kenya.
Yes.
And surprisingly, we went to Nyeri County sometime at that time, and you could see day schools were performing much better.
Absolutely.
Than national schools.
Correct.
And even those provincial and model secondary schools in the area.
Correct. I'm happy you have seen it elsewhere.
That, and I really wish to see that in Baringo. If it can happen, the best.
And we'll do it.
Because we may say that education is the equalizer in the society.
Correct.
But it is a source of parity at the moment.
And let me tell
Because
you,
anyone who goes to a day school, it's almost a guarantee that you may not manage to go to university.
Oh, yeah.
Only very few
Correct.
will manage. So should you do that, I think you will have done something good to the great people of Baringo, not just Eldama Ravine, and we'll have a point to learn from.
Allow me to tie that issue of day school with the economy. If you have 3 children and you take to this boarding school,
Yeah.
on average, you are using 60,000 per year.
Per child.
Per year, per child. Multiply by 3.
That's 180,000.
That is 180,000. Multiply by 4 years.
That makes 540.
No, it is 720,000.
18 by 3. So
That is-
180 by 3 is 500.
No, 60,000 by 3 children. That is
180,000.
Times 4.
Oh, times 4 years.
4 years.
It is 720.
720.
By 3 years.
Supposing now we take the option of day school without compromising the grade. Without,
Compromising the grade.
in fact, we won't even to add.
Yes.
Because there are no issues of strike, there are no issues of homesickness. Si ametoka nyumbani asubuhi. It will be 10,000 per child per year.
Times 3.
Multiplied by 3 children.
30,000.
Multiplied by 4.
That is 120,000.
120,000.
And you save
How much will you save, my friend?
600,000.
600,000 per household. Nyumba moja peke yake.
You're saving
Boma yako peke yake.
peke yake.
600,000 in 4 years. Assume now over village with 100 household.
That is a whooping
60 million in 4 years.
Saved in
Tell
the
me,
economy.
60 million gapi imeingia Sabor? Village yako ya serikali?
Agona.
Hakuna. Actually, my friend, those parents of Sabor, they are going to save this much. Hiyo mbusi, can you take it 600 to the value of goats now?
Divide by 6,000.
Call it even 10,000. Ili hesabu iwe haraka. Si ndivyo?
That is 16 mbuzi.
16 mbusis. Si ndivyo?
Yeah.
Hiyo ni boma ngapi, my friend? Na itakuwa imezana. Si inanunua shamba.
In 4 years.
Yes. So this one now, the 600, they will improve the social well-being of these parents. They will now afford NHIF. They will afford 3 meals per day. At least even mothers will change the hairstyle as they wish.
So they live a quality life.
Yes.
Really.
Only with the item of education.
What are your thoughts about Bwana Kiptonge's mathematics? Quite exciting, I believe so. So allow us to get to know what is running in your mind. Do you think they are practical? Give us your comments on the comment section or send us a WhatsApp message on 0799-030-030. And allow me to acknowledge those who are watching and are sending their comments on WhatsApp. If there is any of them, so far none has chosen WhatsApp as a point of interaction. So we continue. You touched on education. What plans do you have for the youth?
Okay. I don't know if time could allow. There's an item on education.
You can rush it through because time
that is now
gone.
to empower these
We only have 10 minutes to
ample children.
Yeah.
Empower ample children by giving them bursary, full bursary.
Children
for
from
children
humble or rather needy backgrounds.
Children attaining 280 marks and above.
208 and above.
And joining day secondary school because that is affordable.
Yep.
We will give them full bursary.
Full scholarship.
Full scholarship. Reason? To make their minds settle and focus for results. Why 280? 280 is marks which, if given support, they'll go to university. They'll come back, assist their parents.
And that's a
long term.
That is data proven.
Yes.
Wewe kama mwalimu, curriculum support officer.
Agreed, even 250. So if the primary background was not good and the child attained 250 and he goes to a secondary school, proceed to a secondary school with quality infrastructure, that's a university material.
That is a mwalimu speaking about education. If you wish to even clarify more, you can send a question on the comment section. So from education, let's move to the youth.
Yes,
for
the youth.
Yeah.
And I want the youth to listen to me. And I think I'll be their savior. I wish they would be listening to me.
They are listening. In
They are
fact, the
listening
majority
to
of these people who are watching right
Are
now are
youth.
young people.
I'm going to do something which has never been done
So,
in Eldama Ravine. And that is the data capture. We are going to have a data capture for all unemployed youths. And you know, when you have a database, that one will give you an informed decision. Because you will know, you will now match the skills that you have with the opportunities. And this database, we are going to link internationally and locally. Yes. And I want to tell you, a friend of mine, son to Andrew Limo, caught the idea that I have an idea of database, data collection. He said, wow, this is something I've been looking for. I've been looking for a leader who comes up with this thing. And you know what he did for me? He's working on a portal whereby we are going to collect data, online data. And by tomorrow, this thing will be all working.
that's
By
where
tomorrow.
we will populate
Yes,
the young people with their respective profession or skills.
agreed, collect all their data. It will be like a questionnaire. So long as you open that data, it will give you questions
To
leading to that we need. And you know, we will now send to other donors.
They call them data points. So you want to understand the population of the youth, their skill
Their
set.
skills, so that we match with the opportunities. And we even work out to those skills there. So by tomorrow, something known as Kiptonge Foundation at ORG will be on.
Kiptonge Foundation.
Yes. And if the youths will give me opportunity, I'll change it from Kiptonge to Eldama Ravine constituency.
Foundation.
Yes. Because now I'll have the mandate of the whole constituency. But now let me make it small. Kiptonge yangu.
Well, assuming you get a population of 1,000 young people with
Yes.
varied skills,
Yes.
how many would you be sorting out their job related issues?
My friend, you are even giving me a very small number. You are saying 1,000?
Yes.
I'm prepared for even 10,000.
So ukipata 1,000 utaemploy wangapi
Yes,
in
so
1 year?
you know,
Let's take 1 year.
Once you expose the skills to relevant people, yes, it will be like soko. Nataka na maombi. Bottom-up economy. Homegrown solution. You'll go far.
I like that. Well, I would want to look to check if we have any questions, but before we do that, before we go to questions from Raya, have you exhausted your agenda?
Wow, there is something else which is very silent. And I want to tell you, it has never been tapped.
What is that?
And that is the talent.
Talent.
Talent. We only concentrate on the talent of knowledge. Knowledge. Even in class. Even if a child fails, you still take him to a private school to improve his capacity. And maybe that is not his talent. We have around 4 talents which are silent. One, we have the mouth. That is music and comedy. Some people have now exploited music. Comedy is not yet tapped. And I want to say most of the comedians have been killed in primary by labeling them noisemakers. Because they cannot do mathematics, they cannot do science. The only thing they can do is to
ping a story.
Ping a story. Noisemakers. So we want to change that and tap that talent.
Yeah.
There is the talent of athletics and sports. We now, as we are speaking, watu watauza ng'ombe wapeleke mtoto secondary. Lakini mwenye ameanguka na kumbe ako na mguu hawezi kuziwa ng'ombe aende trials.
And that is true.
Yes, I'm going to tap that. If you tell me this child can run, I know what to do about it. The other one is beauty.
Beauty.
Yes. Do you know it is a talent?
Okay.
Kwa nini wewe sura mzuri na mimi sura mbaya?
Hakuna mtuzura mbaya bwana mheshimiwa. Wache maneno.
Sasa,
Yeah.
you know those things can be tapped in two ways. So you have these models. You have us of Miss Kenya, Miss Africa, Miss World. So we have several Miss Africa around us. Only that they have not gotten an opportunity.
Eldama Ravine produced the first Miss Africa.
Correct.
In 2013-14.
Agreed.
Miss Tourism Kenya alitoka Ravine bado.
Yes.
Sijui anatoka wapi hapa.
There.
Her name is Jacqueline something Chematowe. I can't
And if
remember
you
that.
follow that, it is a own initiative or a relative initiative,
Not
from the
from the
leadership.
leadership.
Yes. Now I want to initiate it from leadership as Eldama Ravine MP. And that one is in terms of modeling. There is also the issue of advert, billboards.
So you can use the same models to advertise.
Yes.
brands.
As you are taking a degree to human resource to be employed, you take these good girls, the beauty, to marketing officers.
And it is
Even
actually
one time I'll bring one to you. You use it to market your brand.
We will
And
be
you-
glad
and
to
you pay
do
something.
that. Of course, we'll be happy to do
In
that.
fact, we start from you.
Only if
I've not
you-
seen, you see, these models. I wish there would be a lady from Pontiac advertising Ravine News or Baringo News. Na apate keki yake kidogo.
Kweli.
Si ni kweli?
That makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
Well, we are running out of time. Since 1997, Eldama Ravine imekuwa na MP wawili. Moja akaserve term 3, mwingine akaserve 2. Yote jumla ni 25 years.
Correct.
Harrow ya Maendeleo anakuja kufanya nini, and how different are you planning to be from your predecessors?
My issue, I want to tell you, I'll be different. And you have said how many years combined?
Yote ni 25.
25. I'll beat all of them in only 5 years.
Yeah.
And I'll be targeting the socio-economical of the residents of Eldama Ravine. My friend, with education, you have seen one household can save 600,000. How many people? How many billions
Will
will be saved in Baringo in Eldama Ravine
Ravine
constituency? Can you translate that to economy?
That's huge.
I'll go for NGOs. All the schools. I headed. I made sure there is some NGO money. Go to Emini, KCP. We have World Vision. Go to Emini.
Yep.
We have Kenya Society for the Blind. We have Safaricom, and so many others, which I cannot name now because of time.
Well, I'm looking for questions from the viewers. There may be not much questions. That sounds like you've been very elaborate.
Yes.
Watu tu wanashangilia.
Wanaelewa.
Wanashangilia.
I don't leave cups, my friend.
Dan Kalis watching from Nakuru City, homegrown solutions for Eldama Ravine constituency.
Agreed.
Ali Kibe, I'm watching from Cheraik.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Kibe.
And what did you do in Cheraik that you said you wished to?
Cheraik. I'm a resident of Cheraik. As I also assist my profession, I also assist my community.
In what way?
One of the problems which my community was facing was water. Over those years, there was no piped water in Cheraik. I took an initiative of designing for a water project, and we have Cheraik domestic water project. As we are speaking now, they have the tap at their homes.
As a community elder or a leader?
I was the secretary. And you know, I took the title of the secretary. Why? Because of writing.
Proposal writing.
Writing. You know, it is the mandate of the secretary.
Who funded the project?
One, the CDF. Two, the ambassador, U.S. ambassador. We got money from the U.S. to assist. And in fact, do you know in the Emini, Kodek came and launched a project which they supported, water purifying machine. Kodek came to Emini.
Who is Kodek?
It is the former ambassador
for the U.S.
For the U.S. And the same U.S. gave us I wrote a good proposal to U.S. and they sponsored Cherai Water Project.
And you know, the West believes, or other donors from the West believe in the first contact.
Correct.
Once you have developed contact, in a
They will support you throughout.
Uhusiano, they believe in relationships.
And they also depend on the quality of
the written proposal.
And then the other thing under that, in my community, there is something known as Cherai Irrigation Scheme. You know, when devolution started, there was that issue of irrigation, producing food through irrigation. You remember that was something which was being said?
Yes.
The way they were doing Kalana, irrigation scheme. We wrote a proposal to the county government that time. And you know, they funded an irrigation scheme, Cherai, which was the best.
Imefika wapi sahi?
It was very unfortunate.
Watu wanavuna ama
What happened, you know, we were given an 8-inch pipe.
Yes.
There was a drought. And all the water that was in the river, it was diverted to the 8-inch pipe. And there was no water downstream.
Watu wa downstream wakaumia.
Wakaumia. Hao vijana wetu walikuwa na they had crops. Flowering stage. Others were left with 2 weeks to mature.
And they lost it all.
They lost it. And that project was destroyed. And you know what I did? I used the photographs, which was vandalized. So therefore, write another proposal to the government. By then, C.S. Chelui was in the office. I wrote for a mega dam. Do you know what happened?
Yeah.
We were given 70 million.
70 million?
Yes. So that project is there. We have only some issues with the landowners. Yes. So there is a mega dam known as Kiptonge water dam, which will regulate water for Cherai irrigation scheme.
And that will revive the irrigation scheme.
Absolutely.
Well, we are heading to the tail end of our conversation, and I'm sure you've heard about his agenda. Mheshimiwa mtarajiwa, Harrow ya Maendeleo.
Yes, we have to say something about Harrow.
Sasa hebu nikuulize, hii Harrow ni nini?
Let me tell you.
How did you even come up with that name, Harrow? Why?
How it came about, you know, sometimes you go to functions and you are given 1 minute to articulate your issues. So I thought the only way of summarizing everything it was to say, viongozi waliotangulia wamefanya kazi mzuri, so kwa hii nafasi munipatie nipige Harrow ili maisha ikuje. Maisha mzuri. Si ndivyo?
Yeah.
So niliposema hivyo, Harrow, wasema Harrow ya Maendeleo. Then I went back to the importance of Harrow. And I want to tell you 3. One of the main functions of Harrow is to spread fertilizers evenly in the farm. So that is, I'm going to spread resources equitably in the constituency based on the Harrow.
The functions of a Harrow.
Correct. Equitably distribution of resources. The other thing is uprooting weeds. So
yeah.
That one we are going to do it here and even in the national government.
Yoni weeds gani unaondoa?
In the Harrow uproot weeds.
Which weeds are you planning to?
So
which weeds are you targeting to remove in Eldama Ravine?
Corruption. Anything's coming at our which is an obstacle to our development. We will uproot. Yes,
that's fair enough.
And then the other thing is, you know, it makes the soil fine, and it improves the aeration of the soil, which make the
growth.
plant, the growth, the plant to be strong and healthy. So I want that to be the socio-economical of Eldama Ravine resident. Health and good growth. Yes. Harrow Maendeleo.
I like the way you've crafted your words, and I think should there be anyone who has done their messaging, we should even be benchmarking with Harrow ya Maendeleo hapa. And messaging is a key thing in campaigning. And of course, for every person who is campaigning, they have a campaign communication team.
Correct.
I think you've really controlled that well.
Thank you.
We can only wish you well.
Yes.
We've reached the end of our conversation, and
yes.
before we say good night,
yes.
What are your final words to the people of Eldama Ravine tonight?
Yes, I have 3. 3 final words to the people of Eldama Ravine constituency, I want to appeal to the viewers, to support me in this race of Eldama Ravine constituency, MP. Kindly, the people of Eldama Ravine, kindly the viewers, assist me, support me to attain this seat. Number 2, I know those who are viewing, they are very few. Kindly convey this message to those who are not in this media. I know there are so many, your parents, your relatives. Take this message to them. Tell them there is Harrow Maendeleo who is coming up with an homegrown solution which will make Eldama Ravine a constituency to be model.
Well,
finally, prayers. Let me tell you, my friend, you know, if somebody has volunteered to assist the needy, there is a lot of envy from other quarters. And those guys, you cannot just prevent them by bangers, bullets. It is only prayers. So everybody, please, kindly, I'm requesting you, pray for me so that I get this position and everything will be well. Thank you.
Well, that is well articulated, and somehow you've really insisted to the people of Eldama Ravine that you need their help.
Correct.
How are you funding your campaigns?
Wow. I'll start from you. What are you going to assist me?
We've given you airtime, so I think that
is one of them.
That is our support.
And I want to thank you
and
for
we
that.
are giving it to every aspirant.
Agree to that. So since you are giving to every aspirant,
Yeah.
that is on an equal platform. But being a teacher, what other advantage you are going to give me? So tunahitaji branding. If you can do branding to my bro box, I'll appreciate. Another friend gives me public address. We are moving. Another friend does what we call manifesto printing. And my manifesto is only 1 page. See me.
Na ishakuwa
Now you ndio ita transform Ravine. Forget about with all literature.
Whoever is watching, that's your camera. Ebu mweleze ile support unahitaji.
Support.
If there is any help you need.
From my friends, from anybody. It is material support. I need support from printing of manifesto, campaign materials, T-shirt, caps. We require that. Public address, if there is one line somewhere, to pay, to work a pro box you, to fikia watu, and even money.
Na kuna mwingine labda anaona probox ni gari ndogo. If they have a vehicle that is lying somewhere, they can also extend
we'll appreciate
as a way of supporting.
And I want to tell you, I'll work it at my base. I don't want to compete with these guys.
You're living at your means,
Yeah,
they say.
Yeah.
Well,
so if somebody comes, we'll appreciate and say thank you.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa Mtarajiwa Kiptonge, for your time. It's been a pleasure having you here. And
Yes.
I would say it has been one of the most entertaining conversations I've had since we began the platform Know Your Aspirant.
Yes.
A platform that gives an opportunity to every aspirant to explain themselves on what agenda they have for their people. It's been cluttered for the people of Eldama Ravine because this is where our offices are. The earliest adopters, of course, charity begins at home. But all aspirants from every constituency is welcome on this platform. And tomorrow we'll be hosting a senatorial aspirant, Mheshimiwa Mtarajiwa Daniel Tarigo. He's an advocate of the High Court. He's vying for the senatorial position. And on Thursday, we are hosting your competitor.
Yeah.
Mheshimiwa Mtarajiwa Daktari Carol Talam, who's
I'll
also
be
vying for the same seat. And I'm happy, we are happy as an institution because people are giving us feedback. We can see people appreciating the effort that we are putting to ensure that we bring to you these aspirants so that you can get to interact with them. This is a platform that runs from Monday to Friday, 8 to 9 p.m. without fail. For those that fail, maybe on emergency situations or unavoidable circumstances like the one we had yesterday, but they have also been slotted for another day, and it was also an opportunity for us to reflect and to ensure that we give you a quality show the following day, and that is why you've enjoyed the show today. From us as Eblin Media Team, Baringo News, Ravine News, TV 030, and the entire technical crew, and maybe for your information, for you to see what you're seeing on your screen, it's not only me sitting here. There are people who are taking care of the cameras. There are people who are ensuring that the live stream signal is going right. And there's also someone who is cutting those small videos to ensure that tomorrow when you wake up, you can consume in small pieces and also choose what you wish to watch and not an entire 1 hour clip that we have run right now. Ours is just to thank you for the 1 hour that you've been with us. We look forward to being with you tomorrow again at this same time. Thank you. I've been your host, Komeneske. Have a good night.
There is no UDA in Tiati. There is no wheelbarrow in Tiati. Yeah, we hear about it elsewhere, but it's not in. We don't know about it in Tiati.
Okay, thank you very much, Bonaiskai. When it comes to national politics, let me start from Baringo. Let nobody lie to you kwamba Baringo kuna chama ingine. There is no any other party in Baringo. Baringo will be UDA. And all aspirants, all the aspirants for all positions, if you will not be from UDA, you'll never see that seat. I can only say that you can exempt Tiati. It's good to be honest. You can exempt Tiati because that's where Kanu has been playing its politics. But
self-reliant. So I have a different approach. I've shared with you the different approach that I have. I want us to deal with issues right from that ground level.
You know, Baringo has made a decision, and I don't think somebody will reverse about the presidency. In fact, when you get these people, they are no longer talking about the president. The real elephant in the house now, not even so much of governorship, but the real elephant is in the MP seats.
Ni wakati wetu wa kupiga siasa kuleta uongozi mzuri Baringo County.